Hi, leaders. I am very excited for our Wednesday evening monthly leaders meetings. Part of those meetings will be going through this book, Dave Fitch's 7 Practices for the Church on Mission, which is a smaller version of this book, Faithful Presence, 7 Disciplines that Shape the Church for Mission. You can see how these books are connected. This book provides a little bit more context for this, so I wanted to make 3 short videos that will go over the intro and the first 2 chapters. So, what's the intro? Searching for the Real Church is what it's called. It asks a bunch of questions at the start. Why go to church at all? Does it connect with the rest of my life? Can't I impact the world on my own? Doesn't the church have a pretty bad track record? These are lots of good questions to ask. And his answer to all of these is faithful presence. The church has something to offer a world full of injustice, and that is faithful presence. Here's the key quote. Faithful presence names the reality that God is present in the world and that he uses a people faithful to his presence to make himself concrete and real amid the world's struggles and pain. When the church is this faithful presence, God's kingdom becomes visible and the world is invited to join with God. Faithful presence is not only essential for our lives as Christians, it's how God has chosen to change the world. And how does this world change through God's faithful presence? We'll get into all of that in the next chapters. But just as a note as well, is that we, as a church, must be a people who are formed together and shaped. And how do we do this? We do this by getting practical and having these disciplines and practices that shape us as a community. And once, as a church, we are restored to God's presence in Jesus Christ, then we are faithfully able to be present to him in the world. And when that happens, it looks like people being reconciled to God and to each other, systems of evil being exposed and shut down, the kingdom becoming visible in our neighborhoods, the world taking notice and us inviting them in to see it, outbursts of his kingdom spreading, and this process continuing on until his reign, when, as we read in 1 Corinthians, all things are put into subjection, and the new heaven and the new earth are completed, as we read in Revelation 21. More coming on chapter 1 and 2. I am excited about us studying this together.